What if the money you're holding onto is the very thing holding you back? What if the breakthrough you've been praying for is locked inside the charity you're afraid to give? We spend our lives trying to earn more, save more, protect more. We check our bank accounts, we calculate, we plan, we worry. But rarely do we stop and ask, is my money purifying me, or is it quietly owning me? Zakat isn't just a financial obligation, it's spiritual surgery. It cuts away greed. It removes attachment. It cleanses the part of the heart that starts believing, this is mine. Because the truth is, none of it was ever ours. Every paycheck, every business deal, every opportunity, every extra dollar we didn't expect, it was risk. And risk is trust. I remember the first time I gave Zakat intentionally, not just as a calculation, but as worship. I felt nervous. What if I need this later? What if something happens? What if I don't make it back? And that fear revealed something about me. I trusted my savings more than I trusted Allah. That's when I realized, Zakat doesn't decrease wealth. It decreases fear. It purifies your money, yes. But more than that, it purifies your relationship with money. When you give Zakat, you are declaring, Ya Allah, I know you are the provider. I know what leaves my hand never leaves your control. I know you can replace it with something better. And something shifts. Because money has weight. It carries energy. It carries intention. When wealth isn't purified, it weighs heavy. It stresses you. It makes you anxious. It makes you cling. But when you give from it, it feels lighter, cleaner, blessed. Zakat cleans your earnings from mistakes you didn't even notice. That doubtful transaction, that moment of ingratitude, that time you forgot to say, Alhamdulillah, it washes it. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us something powerful. Charity does not decrease wealth, it increases it. Maybe not always in numbers immediately, but in barakah. And barakah changes everything. Barakah is when your money stretches, when your bills get covered unexpectedly, when opportunities open, when doors unlock. You can't always measure it on a spreadsheet, but you feel it in your life. And then comes Ramadan, the month where every good deed is multiplied, every act of charity, every dollar given sincerely, every hidden sadaqah multiplied. It's as if Allah is saying, you gave in my name, watch how I give back. Ramadan transforms Zakat from obligation into opportunity, an opportunity to invest in the akhirah, an opportunity to detach from dunya, an opportunity to elevate your soul. Because when you give to someone in need, you're not just feeding them, you're freeing yourself from greed, from attachment, from the illusion that security comes from numbers. True security comes from Allah, and the more you give for His sake, the more your heart understands that. I've seen it personally. Moments where giving felt scary, and provision came from places I never expected. Moments where generosity unlocked peace that money could never buy. Because Zakat isn't about loss, it's about alignment. Aligning your wealth with your faith. Aligning your earnings with your purpose. Aligning your heart with the truth that this dunya is temporary. You don't take your money to the grave, but you do take your deeds. And imagine standing before Allah with wealth that purified you instead of corrupted you. We chase financial growth all year, but what about spiritual growth? What if the real elevation isn't in how much you accumulate, but in how much you release for Allah? Because every time you give, you are saying, I trust you more than I trust this. And trust is the highest form of worship. So as Ramadan approaches, as your zakat becomes due, As you look at your numbers and calculate, don't just think about percentages. Think about purification. Think about elevation. Think about who you want to be when you stand before Allah. If the money you give away is the money that multiplies in this life and the next, what is really stopping you from giving more?